Hey, my name's James Wilkerson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about the London house price crash. There are plenty of boroughs now that are in crash territory, some over 20%. So I'm going to tell you exactly what areas are bucking the trend in London, because there's some that are up significantly, while there are others that are down significantly as well. Officially, to be in a crash, you need more than 10% drop in a calendar year. That has actually happened in multiple London boroughs now. But there are some that are doing significantly better and really, really well. On a whole, London is down over 3%. And so we're going to look at all the little pockets of London and what is happening. So before we jump into this, as always, if you haven't done already, do subscribe to the channel over there and hit the bell notification. We're on the way to 24,000 subscribers now. You can see around this video how close we are to actually getting that. And while you're here, just be an all-round great person by smashing that like button, tickling the like button. Do something to that like button over there. That really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Some people get massively upset about asking for that, but just be a good person and do it. It won't kill you. So what's going on in London? Well, house prices are down on average, and they're actually down a lot more than the whole of the UK. So the UK average house price is up 1% on a 12-month rolling basis at the moment, but London is down. So London is down at the moment on average 3.4%, which is not insignificant. So what we look at is on a calendar basis, if we go down 12%, which could happen because the market is slowing down at the moment while people are waiting for interest rate drops, maybe a stamp duty, maybe to see what happens with the general election. There's lots going on, right? And so that is interesting that the average is down 3.4% at the moment. Now, 1% is nationally what we're looking at up. But the average London house price at the moment is just below 500 grand now. So it is 499,663. That's the first time it has been below £500,000 since July 2020. So that means there is some movement in that market. We knew this about 6 months ago. London was suffering, and it was the first place to get hit. And during the pandemic, it struggled as well because lots of people wanted to move out of London. And the affordability really hit some bites very hard in London. You think about it, people had to really stretch. Imagine an average house is 500 grand. That costs so much money. And when the affordability gets squeezed by inflation and by interest rate rises, that means that inevitably people will end up paying less. So where is doing well? So let's have a look at these areas first. So Greenwich is doing pretty well. So Greenwich as a whole is 2.4% up, which is not bad. And so that's one of the areas that is bucking the trend in London for sure. 2.4%, I'd be happy with that. Islington is also doing well. And so Islington is 1.5% up. But there's not many other places that are up in London. In fact, what you're going to see now is that a lot of them are heading in the wrong direction, and some have officially crashed already. So let's have a look at these. So an area that, so these are up. Let's have a look at what is down. So Newham is down. And so Newham is down 3.2% at the moment. Not crash territory, but it's moving towards it. That could officially go into crash territory at some point. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, because now I'm going to show you some places that are doing particularly bad. Next is Barking. So Barking is not in official crash territory yet, but that's getting pretty close. 7.5% down in Barking. That's a big, big drop and going to have wiped out tens of thousands of pounds off the value of those properties there. Next is Chelsea. Chelsea, we had data, and so Chelsea and Fulham are together pretty much in the data here. And so Chelsea is down 13% down. We did see this a while ago. We did a video on the channel about these more affluent areas of London. They just got hit really hard, and it's not necessarily down to the fact that people don't want to live in London. Some of this was due to the wars that are happening. Lots of rich Russian people like to invest in London, and so they, with their assets getting frozen, they're not going to be comfortable doing that. Chinese people have got problems with inflation in their own country, and so it made it more complicated for people to invest at the moment. And so that's one thing that we're seeing here. So Chelsea is officially in crash territory, but that's nowhere near as bad as some of these next ones I'm going to show you. So Westminster is down absolutely crazy amounts, 20% down in Westminster. That is well into crash territory now. And you imagine that, the house prices there are going to be 600-700 grand at least, or more. So 20% is a huge amount wiped off the value of those properties. And so that's going to be obviously concerning to those people that are investing in those areas. But it is worse. So Hammersmith is down 21%. And this isn't the worst. This is still not the worst. These are huge, huge, huge drops in the capital. It is in like a lot of people. So this is the ONS data. So this is the official data that we're getting here on this. A lot of people do think that London is bottoming out now. And so that's a good sign if there's any from this. The worst place though is just the central London areas. This is where the international investors really like to invest, and that is down 22%. Huge, huge drops there. And you think of all the value of these properties here, and it does show how robust the rest of the UK is, because the rest of the UK is still that slightly, but it is 1% up on average. And so there's so many properties in London, these could start impacting the national averages at some point if they continue to drop. They're definitely going to make the average a little bit harder to be positive for sure. So London has been hit. It's not immune. It often is the first place, and sometimes what you'll see is this can spread to the southern counties and other places around the UK. But London, in central London, in the affluent areas of London, is officially in crash territory now. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Maybe you can afford a house in Chelsea now, who knows? With a big discount that you can get now with your 13% off, or if you want to live in Westminster, 20% off. They are on sale. And so maybe that stimulates that market now, and some people will jump in. Maybe there's more to go. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Do smash like. Do subscribe if you didn't do already. Check out some more content on my channel, including this video right here.